Hey YouTube. Today I present to you the Beeman R1. For all you guys that are watching this and are new to the Beeman R1, I want you to Google the name Robert Beeman and read that article. He is the founder of Beeman Precision Air Guns, and he's the man that's responsible for creating this rifle. And he took his creation and brought it to Weirach in Germany, and they built the rifle for him. You need to read that whole article, it's very interesting. But anyway, back to this rifle. Basically, this rifle was the first rifle to break the 1,000 feet per second barrier. And it's a very beautiful rifle. The fit and finish is outstanding. And the materials, everything about the rifle is outstanding. You could see just the fine details and the wood that's used. Even when you pick it up, when you cock it and shoot it, the firing impulse is just amazing. Like no other rifle. Trust me. This rifle is well worth the money. It took me a couple years before I finally purchased one and spent the $500 or $600. But like I told you, it's well worth every penny. These are beautiful rifles. So let me go over to what I got. So this is one of my Beeman R1s that is tuned. I got brass screw cups and specially milled safety pin, and it has Macari innards, and this is the 22 version. And that gun, man, it shoots at 24 25 foot-pounds with the right pellet. The next rifle is also tuned, but it's just a lube tune. And basically, that's all these rifles need is a lube tune, just to get that little bit of buzz out of the spring, out of the firing pulse. If your gun has it, most of them don't, but some here and there will have that spring torque in the firing, or that's the spring when you fire the gun. And there's many aftermarket springs and tune kits for these rifles. I even seen these special setback triggers, and these rifles are very easy to work on. Just about any tuner can work on these. Just the way they're made, it's so easy to put back together. Not like you know, inexpensive Chinese rifle when you take something apart, something breaks and it's hard to get parts. These things come apart so easy and so robust, and the parts are there. You could get just about every piece of part for these rifles, even currently today. Go online and there's a few retail online stores that sell parts for these. From seals to breech seals to piston seals. But during the course of the years, they kind of like changed up the stocks. So Beeman currently sells this current model. It doesn't have any iron sights, and the stock is slightly different. It doesn't have the cheek piece. I want to say these are Italian made. They changed over to the Italian Manelli stocks, if I'm not mistaken. But the equivalent rifle is the HW80, which this one is. I bought this one in 25 cal, and it's the K version, which is carbine. The Weirach versions do have iron sights, and their stocks are a little bit nicer in my opinion. They still retain that cheek piece weld, but they are slightly shorter stocks. They do expose more of the breech block, as you'll notice the Beeman ones, they've always covered up the breech block. But these rifles are what you would consider a sporting Springer rifle, and you could convert these to gas ram, and like I said, many different tune kits you could put in there to make it shoot over 1,000 feet per second. But that's not what you really want in a rifle. You're looking for some power, but you want the firing cycle, the impulse, to be so smooth that it's just a solid thud without any spring bounce or any kind of twangs or anything like that. That would make the rifle the most accurate. Ask any guy that's been tuning these or is a shooter. That's what you want to do, is to tune it so it's has that nice firing impulse. The earlier version Beemans were nice with the stocks. Here's the earlier version one. It had the nice white spacer in the rest, in the butt rest. The white cap with the white spacer on the pistol grip, and the extra long stock. I think I want to say Gary Gowdy kind of like first designed this, and then Weihrauch in Germany took that design and reproduced it in Germany for Beeman. But yeah, these were Gowdy stocks, and they're beautiful stocks and beautiful guns. But they don't sell this stock anymore. This is the current version Beeman stock. It doesn't have the cheek piece. Back in the day, I guess I want to say I did notice that on the box they had stickers, and I guess the company would sort of cherry pick these, and according to, I guess, how nice the stock is and the barrel angle, they would kind of like put that on the box. And if you were fortunate enough to go to California to their warehouse or to their storefront and pick one out and cherry pick it yourself, I'm sure you could have picked out a beauty, probably even nicer than these. Over the years, they did make different models, like anniversary models and with special tunes, and I think one was called a Laga tune or laser tune, and it boasted to shoot 1,100 feet per second. But like I said, these rifles were sporting rifles, and the main use is for, you could do field target if you have the right tune and you practice. But mostly for hunting and plinking and having fun, and just to have the rifle and cherish it, and just be proud to own such a nice piece of air gun. These definitely are beautiful, and if you want to get one of these, you still can. Go online. There's several retailers online that still sell the Weihrauchs and the Beeman models such as these. It took me a few years to pull the trigger and spend the money on it. I think they were going for like $500 or $600, but when I did buy and spent the money, it was well worth every penny. I really like the Weihrauchs. I like the company as a whole. Their whole lineup in rifles. They got so many different models. The R7, the R9, the HW77, 97. Man, they're almost one of the best air gun companies, in my opinion, out there. Now, there is Air Arms, and they have beautiful guns too, which are probably just a tad better finished than these. But these probably are the second best. And there's also RWS, but I think these are way better built guns and way better finished than RWS Diana's. Well, that's it for now. Leave a comment, and don't forget to go and Google Dr. Robert Beeman and how he came about in designing the Beeman R1 rifle. Alright guys, leave a comment if you have any questions. Till then, I'll talk to you guys.